Good evening. Hello, my name's Morag Butler. This is Rosalind Court, and you are here to watch Amelia Coburn, which is rather wonderful. We also have Josh Flowers and extra Joe Harvey White. Yay! People at home, if you donate during the making of this half of the concert, because you only get to see half of it, you should be here really, you will be put in the raffle, and you could win a CD or a Who Gives a Crap toilet roll. Hooray! Yep. Okay, so I'm going to start things off with a song. Oops. By Randy Newman, who I've only just forgiven because he wrote a song about short people. And it was supposed to be ironic and expose racism, but unfortunately it was taken literally. And every time I go to a folk club where I sing, the person who follows me feels that it would be really humorous to sing the song about the short people afterwards. So anyway, he's written this one, which is a great song. Broken window, empty hallway, cold dead moon in a sky streaked with grey. Human kindness is overflowing, and I think it's going to rain today. Scarecrows dressed in the latest style, with frozen smiles to chase love away. Human kindness is overflowing, and I think it's going to rain today. Down the street, that's the way to treat a friend. Right before me, signs implore me to help the needy and show them the way. And I think it's going to rain today. Thank you. I'm going to introduce onto the stage, please, Josh Flowers. Yay! Dragonflies, the dragonflies. Here we go. Are you ready? Makes all the difference. The atmosphere's changed, hasn't it? It's changed. Yeah.
Thanks so much. Thanks, Morag. Hello, everyone. I'm Josh. Thank you for being here, and thanks to Amelia for asking me to play some songs at her gig. We met at a songwriting retreat last year and have since done some writing together, which I really, really enjoyed, and it's great to be here doing a show now. So, yeah, there we go. This one's called General Anesthetic. In the hour after you have your teeth pulled out, there's no knowing what you'll talk about. Deep buried truths and lies so uncouth mingle with the blood in your mouth. My back teeth have been aching for a while. I feel it every time I crack a smile. But with some benzodiazepine, I might spill everything. All my secrets pouring out like the mouth of the Nile as it reaches the sea. Like the mouth of the Nile as it reaches the sea. Urgent call from the dental surgery, saying it's important that they see me. Son, it's clear that you're in pain. We could take that all away. Just lay back, close your eyes, yeah, it's that easy. And 1, 2, 3. I've never told anyone. Yeah, I just wanted to call you and tell you, now that my wisdom teeth are all gone, that I've loved you every day that I've known you, and I've never told anyone. Never told anyone. And now the general anesthetic's all worn out, and my phone says I called you, but I can't remember what we talked about. Thank you. I can handle it if you frame it right. Down where the dust settles is a strip of light. I could stay right here, my cheek to the floor. Could you be my secret door? I really pushed you, you really pushed me too. It all hinges on how we respond in the living room. I never left you wanting more. Could you be my secret door? I fumble with my keys. I could still lose myself in moments like these. The strangest things cut to the core. when you're fighting a secret war. I measured all around the edge and kept the numbers way up there inside my head. The account is always overdrawn when you're keeping a secret score. Some leaves fell off the family tree. I crashed and burned that evening on your settee. Then you played a song I'd heard before from behind the secret door. I can handle it if you frame it right. Down where the dust settles, there's a strip of light. And I could stay right here, my cheek to the floor. Could you be my secret door? Could you be my secret door? Thank you. Could I get... Is Joe here? Oh, hey, there you are. This is Joe Harvey White, everyone. Maybe we could do Deep Down. Yeah? Yeah, man. In a way, it's fine. You're in decline. It had to happen sometime. I should be crowding around your bed with the others, but instead I'm at the bottom of the garden. I'm digging holes. I'm gonna bury it deep down, and hope it grows. So good night, darling. I hope you sleep well. I'm at the bottom of the garden, behind St. James's Hospital. In a way, it's okay when we decay. It had to start one of these days. I should be crowding around your bed with the others, but instead I'm at the bottom of the garden. I'm digging holes. I'm gonna bury it deep down, and hope it grows. So good night, darling. I hope you sleep well. I'm at the bottom of the garden, behind St. James's Hospital. I'm digging holes. I'm gonna bury it deep down, and hope it grows. So good night, darling. I hope you sleep well. I'm at the bottom of the garden behind St. James's Hospital. So good night, darling. I hope you sleep well. I'm at the bottom of the garden behind St. James's Hospital. Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to do one more quick tune and hand over to Amelia. I've got some vinyl records. If you like the songs, just come and say hi after the show. This one's called The Silent Type. I've got a new friend. He's a murderer, but he won't touch me. I don't judge him and he don't judge me. We met uptown on the corner of his favorite street. Some friendships are just meant to be. And I know he has a heart because he cries every Friday night when we go to the movies to see old black and whites, The Silent Type. You might have seen his face in the local publication, or standing in the alcoves at the station. I wouldn't hesitate to say I trust him with my life. Though on paper that would seem unwise. And I know he has a heart because he cries every Friday night when we go to the movies to see old black and whites, The Silent Type. And I know he has a heart because he cries every Friday night when we go to the movies to see old black and whites, The Silent Type. I've got a new friend. He don't talk much, but he talks to me. When we go walking by the sea, where he takes his time, writing messages into the sand, and collecting shells up in his hand. And I know he has a heart because he cries every Friday night when we go to the movies to see old black and whites, The Silent Type. And I know he has a heart because he cries every Friday night when we go to the movies to see old black and whites, The Silent Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening. We'll see you a bit later on.
Hello. Bathe in the billows where the waters surge. You'll be waiting by my side in the morning. Wade through the swells if currents wave salute. You'll be waiting by my side when he comes. But we will try to save our skins from the earth to yeah, my dear. He grins a grin so viciously it trickles down his chin. His hands caught red, they're cut like rubies flaunted on a ring. But he'll be gone, I promise you, when the tide rolls in. Hide in the lazy shadow, sun can't stretch. You'll be waiting by my side in the morning. Sail in the gloaming as a breeze rocks the boats. You'll be waiting by my side when he comes. But we will try to soothe our sins. But soon I see on the wall a Cheshire cat, shrewdly on the prowl, tremble through my temples, yet nothing but a howl slips from his lips. He's sinking ships when the tide rolls in. No lamp lights or passers-by. Key turns twice, waiting for the morning to arrive. Rest on a ripple that ruffles to shore. You'll be waiting by my side in the morning. Stand on the sand right by the undertow. You'll be waiting by my side when he comes. But we will try to let it begin. But don't forget that in the gloom behind a veil the unknown rests in peace, and in the thickness of the night the stories from the streets will stir the stupor of the man when the tide rolls in. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. How are you all? Good. It's nice and cozy, isn't it? Nice and sweaty. Thanks so much for filling the room tonight, and everyone on. Oh no, it's not there. Where is it? Hello, everyone on online. Thank you for watching. So I'm going to be playing some mainly songs from my debut album that came out coming up 2 years ago, which has flown by, Between the Moon and the Milkman, including that last song, which is the opening track called When the Tide Rolls In, and also this next one, which is called Nodding Dog. It's about my experience on Tinder. Tinder's a dating app for those who don't know. I'm just looking at the demographic here. In the best way possible, you're probably not on Tinder. You all look like happily married. I hope, hopefully happily anyway. Yeah, basically you don't. If you haven't been on Tinder, you don't want to. It's not a nice place to be. And when I talk about like I'm a veteran, I was on there for 3 months, but 3 months was enough. And you know, it's just full of horrible people, to be honest. I didn't think there was that many nasty people in the world, but there are people you kind of meet, and you think that, you know, they're going to be the one, and they're not the one, and they sort of like disappear into thin air. And while all of this was happening a few years ago, my mum was sort of living vicariously through me, I'd say. And like every time I went on a date, she'd be like, "How was it? What were they like? Another one bites the dust," you know, that kind of thing. And I got to the end of my tether with these lads, and I said to my mum, like, "I'm just fed up because I'm not bothered about them." And then as soon as I show the slightest bit of interest, they disappear. And my mum never swears, but she just messaged me and said, "Fuck 'em." But then the best part was about 10 minutes later, she messaged me again and put in brackets, "Not literally." As if I needed that clarifying. Thank God she did, because I don't know where I would have been without that. And that is my only F-bomb in this set, I do promise. Blame my mum. And I did actually ask Morag permission, and she just pointed to the post there that says "fuck up" on the bottom. So we're okay. But anyway, this is... I'm taking it just to do this. This is Nodding Dog. Fastened through my shoelace, he hangs on every word, swirling through my coffee cup, took sugar sweetly stirred. I'm a music box bed, caged until I've cruised. Wind me up again, please. Rub salt on every wound. Fools follow instructions. They're so eager to please. You can borrow or beg. Got your tail between your legs, and I'm pleading down on my knees. Teach me the tricks of the trade. I'm a nodding dog. The notches on the bedpost were like names carved on a tree. They drew an Etch-a-Sketch heart just to shake up then wipe clean. They dreamt a mighty tempest had swept us out to sea, while you were steady as the shore breathed in. I was gasping to be freed. Fools follow instructions. They're so eager to please. You can borrow or beg. Got your tail between your legs, the tricks of the trade. I'm a nodding dog. I'm a nodding dog. Thank you.
I'm just going to interrupt for 1 minute, and I'm talking to the people at home, not to you people here, so you don't talk amongst yourselves. If you're enjoying this, I'm sure you are, and you can. If you could possibly donate to the making of this programme, it would be brilliant, because we're an independent venue, as they said on the BBC. Did you see on the BBC this week? Did you not? I was on the front page of the BBC for Independent Venue Week. Yeah, talking about Rosalind Court. Right. And thank you. So we need people like you at home. Some of you have already. Thank you very much. To donate towards the making of this programme. And just to give you an idea of what you might want to send. Amelia is supporting Paul Weller in July at Newcastle Exhibition Park. So I reckon she needs a pair of really cool sunglasses for such an important thing like that. So if you could donate some money towards, some hypothetical glasses, that would be really, really nice. And tell me, for the people at home who aren't in the room, because I know all of you are going to buy her CDs and Josh's CDs and stuff from behind me. But for the people at home, where can they get hold of your CDs and that?
Bandcamp. And it's Bandcamp Friday tomorrow, where I get all the profits. So
I was
tomorrow,
about to say, it is Bandcamp Friday tomorrow. So if you're going to buy anything off Bandcamp, just saying, yeah, my EP. Then tomorrow is the day to do it. But all you people in the room, they're behind me. Josh, where do people get your stuff from? If
I don't really have an online store.
Hopeless. Come to a gig. Yeah, he's kind of live. Right, that's me. I've done. Okay, I'm going away now. Thank you.
I'm going to play a couple of new ones now that aren't on my record. I always, when I've got something new, I always, for some reason, I don't know why, kind of play it to my boyfriend first, who I did meet on Tinder, actually, incidentally. A success story. And I kind of like his opinion. He can kind of tell me things, and I don't take it too critically or to heart. And I played this next one, and he was like, "Oh yeah, quite like that one. It's a bit weird, bit different. What on earth inspired it?" And I said, "Franz Kafka." And he just went, "Ah, right. What's a Franz Kafka?" So for those who don't know, don't worry if you don't, I'm just very pretentious, so I like these sorts of things. But Franz Kafka's an author who wrote many books, but my favourite is Metamorphosis, The Metamorphosis. Yeah, it's a short story in which the main character, Gregor, wakes up one morning and he realises, he looks at himself and realises he's been turned into a gigantic insect. And I've had some bad mornings, but none that bad. And it kind of inspired me to write this song. I suppose very loosely based on the story, but more about the idea of the alienation you can feel from your own body and that sort of the mind and the body and that like kind of space you have between it. So this is quite aptly called Metamorphosis. I swim, I swam, I sink, I sunk, oh no. Woke up on the wrong side of the bed. My chrysalis shed, I feel like an insect belly up. Under the knife they cut, my roots my only thread of life. Is this gauze cocoon undone, got underneath my skin, oh dear, I guess I better let them in, lady. behold my metamorphosis. A pinch, a punch, I spent 9 months on hold, shifting shapes and breaking molds, lucid yet discomposed. I feel like an insect belly up, and you see these wounds from where they clip my wings are wrapped in this gauze cocoon, undone, got underneath my skin. Oh dear, I know I ought to let them in, ladies and gents, behold my metamorphosis. A feral lake, a tortured saint, a fragile, sick invertebrate. I'll crawl into the space you've got next to your brain, and there I'll rot. What have I become? What have I become? Awake, awoke, a week ago dawn broke and shattered me in pieces, antenna poised, limbs exposed. They say that I'm an insect belly up. Thank you. Massive thank you and round of applause again for Josh and Joe for opening this evening. Are they there? Are they I was pointing. There he is. I was saying thanks to Josh. And yeah, like Josh said, we met at the Chris Difford writing retreat last year. But was it this time last year? Pretty much. It was February, near Glastonbury, and it was kind of strange because it was really good for me to go on that. I'd never co-written with anyone before, and prior to that, I'd sort of like lost all my confidence in my writing. I think from doing my debut, and then like I guess trying to write again since I released that was really difficult. This has turned into like a therapy session. Sorry, it's because it's like a living room. I feel like I can open up. But yeah, meeting all these people, and then kind of writing with Josh after that, it's just been so nice to enjoy writing again. And before I bring him up on stage, I'll tell the story about this next song that we wrote, because it probably end up being a long story because I love to chat. But when I sat down with Josh again, probably like last April, I was trying to work out what I wanted to write about, and my debut was largely inspired by the travels I'd been on, because I had loads of student finance and got to travel around with all that money, and I studied languages, did French, Spanish, Russian and Serbian. So as you can imagine, yeah, I was abroad a lot and had all these kind of rich experiences that I could draw from that really inspired me. And then I went home to Middlesbrough, and there's probably a lot of inspiration to be found there, but for me I kind of thrive off, new experiences and new people and new places. So I was trying to look more like, I guess, inward and write about what was around me in Middlesbrough, and a lot of that was kind of spent on my arse all day at home working, so trying to find inspiration from the same four walls. And I was telling Josh about how I live in this Victorian terrace house with really thin walls, and this young couple moved in next door, and I didn't see them for months, but my God, could I hear them. Not in that way. Get your mind out the gutter. They were just bickering all the time. It was a nightmare, just really horrible. And it was that kind of weird thing where you don't know whether to kind of get involved or go knock on the door and see if everything's okay, because I didn't really hear most of the conversation. I was only hearing snippets, and also I didn't want it to look like I was eavesdropping, even though I was eavesdropping. And it kind of like halfway through them moving in next door,
we heard the first cry of a baby, and yeah, that had a little wee one, but the arguing just didn't stop. So I wanted to write this song. We kind of wrote like a lullaby for the kid next door. So me and Josh are going to play this for the first time ever live. So if you're a glass half full person, then it might go tits up. But if you look at it in a positive light, you're the first people to ever hear this played live by us both. So there you go. It's the debut. Did I say the title? No, it's Invisible People. They moved in. It was spring, 9 months on, and you arrived in the night, out of sight, wide awake. I'd listen to you cry. Lay low a little while longer, you'll soon be out from under the invisible people on the other side of the wall. Lay low in peaceful slumber, you'll soon be out from under. Invisible feet are walking, invisible mouths are talking, invisible people next door. Paper thin, wall to skin, press my cheek, whispering every day, inches away, and I don't even know your name. Lay low a little while longer, you'll soon be out from under the invisible people on the other side of the wall. Lay low in peaceful slumber, you'll soon be out from under. Invisible feet are walking, invisible mouths are talking, invisible people next door. I could climb in through the window and take you in my arms. I'd kiss you on the forehead and sing this lullaby. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, da 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 da, lay low a little while longer, you'll soon be out from under the invisible people on the other side of the wall. Lay low in peaceful slumber, you'll soon be out from under. Invisible feet are walking, invisible mouths are talking, invisible people next door. I can't remember how we finished this song. Thank you so much, Josh. Thank you. So I'm from Middlesbrough. Is anyone else here from Middlesbrough? There's literally always one. You can go as far as Margate. You haven't travelled down today, have you? You live in... Oh, you're my dad's friend. Ah, hello. My dad did say to look out for his mate. Thank you for coming. Whitstable, there we go. Well, yeah, I am from Middlesbrough. I haven't travelled down today, actually. Came from London today. I actually... Guess who waved at me today? If you see my Instagram, don't shout out. William and Kate. I'm not joking. I know. I was walking down. It's such a northerner in London situation to happen, but I was walking past Hyde Park. I was staying in Kensington, and there was. I was. The hotel was paid for. I know. I was working in Kensington on a writing thing, and I went to Hyde Park, and there was loads of like thoroughfare, and I was like looking in the car, like what's going on, and then I just got a little wave from them both, but I didn't even wave back because I was just like. Not that I care really, but I was just in shock. So there we go. Anyway, this is a song about Middlesbrough, or more about getting out of Middlesbrough, which you have done. Well done. You made it out, as have I today. My first time in Margate, actually. First time in Kent, because it's so far, but I'm loving it. It's funny because I wrote this as like my sort of diss track, or like the song that was me slagging off Middlesbrough, but actually I wrote it in the sort of hate phase of my love-hate relationship with Teesside, and I am in the love phase now, and I was just saying today how much I love being so close to the seaside and Whitby and Saltburn, and also the North Yorkshire Moors. Like, it is so beautiful, and you've got the industry that kind of contrasts with that. But like I say, I wrote this during the hate phase of the relationship when I was living at my mum and dad's, and you know what my dad's like, nightmare. So yeah, had to get out, and I wrote this. I don't have many like kind of hits or bangers in my set, but this could be taken as that. So we've got the disco ball. I don't think we're allowed to have it on our way for the stream, but just imagine it is. And this is the dance track. This is Sleepy Town. Is weak. Underline these words I speak. You can choose to be a beast or to stay meek. The teeth and tine are on the run from this land towards the rising sun. All these plans he made have come undone. Wayfaring lady, I am one. So come on, children, rise up from the dirt. Thank you. Cheers. So you've had your fun now. Now I'm going to bring it back to all the spooky shit that I like. I just love all things sort of horror and gothic. My comfort film's The Wicker Man, if that kind of it helps explain. But this song is kind of, I guess it's a bit of a Wicker Man-esque song. It's probably my favourite on the record, and it's inspired by all the kind of gothic literature and films that I grew up loving, and it's called Seesaw. Seesaw, open the door, lift up the latch, enter my mind. Inside you'll find patchworks of passageways, tales twined into a fray, seamless twisted ballet spinning inside of my head. Mischievous eye, witnessing crows and their murder, such sweet sorrow, fever and jealousy, witchcraft and heresy, mourning your majesty. How does your wife feel today? Does she sing herself to sleep? Dare she look before the leap? Is she waiting for your secret or your sign? Sing, oh muse of the sunflower child. Moths fly to the flame like she's towards the light. Sing, oh muse of the fairy tale bride. To see the dawn rise, she must waltz with the night. Creatures lurk in the hours between the moon and the milkman. Black cats sit tight, eyes on the creamery, feign immortality till curiosity swings down and nips at your tail. When your memories wax and wane, and your time is tied by chains, she'll be waiting for your secret or your sign. Sing, oh muse of the sunflower child. Moths fly to the flame like she's towards the light. Sing, oh muse of the fairy tale bride. See the dawn rise, she must waltz with the night. To see the dawn rise, she must waltz with the night. Thank you very much. This is my last song for this set. I'm not going to leave you on a high. This is a song about my dead granddad, but yeah, sorry everyone. But it's inspired by, I wrote it when I'd, basically when I kind of knew my granddad didn't have long left with us, but he was, 95, 96, so he had a great innings, and we were all, of course, knew it was going to happen, but it doesn't make it any easier. And I was inspired by the Dylan Thomas poem, do not go gentle into that good night, where he tells his dad to fight fiercely against the end. And I kind of wanted to take that sentiment and flip it on its head and sort of say, well, I don't want you to go, but if you have to go, I hope that the journey's a peaceful one. So this is for my granddie, Brian Johnston. Thank you. It's called Please Go Gently. By the time you're reading this, I hope you feel no pain. Relief is found in silver-lined clouds to wash over you like rain. Go to sleep. Count the stars cradled in my arms. But by the time you're reading this, you're probably far from home. You killed 2 birds and fought their flight with nothing but a stone. I'll carry the reminder and I'll carry you home if you let go all the burdens you have ever known. They found peace now, as have you. Please go gently into that night. At the time of writing this, you've fallen at your feet. But in our pride, this lion's heart shall not admit defeat. At first blush of March's moon, spring was in your step. But at the time of writing this, Father Time has failed you. Though fire burns on, we all know glowing embers die and fade too. There are too many words wrapped round my tongue, but you'll hear the music to your ears. My heart has sung all for you, my love. Now it's goodbye. Please go gently into that night. Please go gently into that night. Thank you. See you in a bit.
Amelia Coburn! Yay! Can you also thank Josh Flowers and Joe Harvey White, please? Yeah. We've also got Jeff on the door, Roger doing the filming, John doing the sound, Phil doing the cameras and everything. And on the bar, David and Denise, who've stood in at the last minute for Una, who's not well. So, yeah, so we hope she's feeling better. Yeah. And in Gala Shields, Lizzie is doing whatever it is she does on the internet, and yeah, you know, that kind of stuff. Next week, for you at home, not for you here, because you've got another set after the break, but for you at home, next week we have Kath Tate. Kath Tate is wonderful. She sings really insightful songs about daily life and some really daft ones. But they've always got a really good story, so it's going to be a great night. The following week, we've got Sam Baxter and Merle Harburn, who are wonderful. Sam's been here before. He's really, really good. And the Gillespie brothers, also from the Northeast, on March the 12th. And just to let you know, we've got Finlay Napier here on November the 19th. He'll book up very, very quickly. He's booking up very quickly now. And on December the 9th, those of you who saw Church Fitters last year, they're coming on December the 9th, which is a Wednesday. So get your tickets now for that. But in the meantime, could we please say thank you to Amelia Coburn, to Josh Flowers and Joe Harvey White. Hey! Fantastic. Yes. We are going off to have a cup of tea in a wee. And the rest of you can do whatever you like, quite frankly. You're in your own homes. Yeah. I'll see the rest of you after the break. And thank you very much. My name's Morag Butler, and this is Rosalind Court. See you next week with Kath Tate. Thank you.